Hello and welcome to the Sabrina Show. I'm Tristan.
I'm Sabrina.
And today we're talking about what is, sucks.
Yeah, I'm going to say that again with the music a little quieter. What if what is sucks? Right?
What is sucks?
What if what is sucks? And that kind of came to me today for several reasons. Now, we're talking about, and we said this earlier, but there was no volume. So unless you...
It was really good.
It was really good the first time. We'll see how it goes the second time. So what we're really talking about today is any situation where you look at it and you desire it to be better, to feel better.
Or different.
So when we're having this conversation today, you may frame it around a relationship, a romantic relationship, a relationship with family, boss, employee.
With your money.
Your own health. Your bank account.
Yes.
Whatever it is that what you're looking at right now, the evidence is there's some friction here that's really not fun. There's some conclusions happening that aren't the way I want them to go.
Conclusions.
There's some decisions I have to make, and all the choices are not favorable, in my opinion. Things could be a lot better. So what do you do when what is, the evidence says, sucks?
And you know what's so tricky about that is when we're looking at what is and feeling upset about it, worrying about it, fighting with it, we end up creating more of it. And so we get caught in these vicious cycles, these loops. And sometimes we know, because we're smart, we all know, right? We've been around the block a few times, that if we stay in this, we're going to attract more of it.
That's right.
But it's so hard to drop it or let go of it, or the justification, it's not fair, can't release it, can't forgive. I don't know what the story is.
It's just the way it is. It's the truth.
Oh, it's just the way it is. It's my karma.
It's the truth.
It's my karma.
What do you want me to do?
It's my mom's fault.
Be like, what do they call that
It's
girl?
your fault.
What do they call what do you want me to do? Be Pollyanna, Miss
That's right.
Positive, and just
I'm not
pretend?
negative, Nelly. I'm just saying I'm stating the obvious.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not upset. I'm just observing the situation.
Reality, Sabrina.
So your vibration, your energy set point is so set in that place. You know you're getting more of it. What we sow, right? What we seed, we sow. So how do you get out of it?
Yeah.
And on a psychological level, and therefore actions that you take based on your thinking, and of course, ultimately, because we're all about the energy, how do you shift your energy?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna say this in two parts for me.
Okay.
And out of two, there may be more. So the first thing is when there's something that I see that doesn't seem good. And I'll just give a recent situation last week.
Okay.
We don't have power. We're being told we're going to lose water, that the
gas is going to go out soon.
has poop in it.
You
have to boil it if you have electricity. Pipes are exploding on the roof and falling off. Something's with the solar panels. The pool pump is cracked. Your insurance only covers pool damage if it's struck by lightning or car.
You have to be struck by lightning to get money.
And your deductible is $8,000 anyway. So all of that looked like a pile of suck. Right?
Pile of suck. Big old pile of suck.
So the one thing that's good about it is that you can see I don't like a lot of those things. And what from this calm, almost from my intellect, can I change? Well, I do know that I need to speak to my insurance person because we just moved in. I was just like, just give me some insurance. We got a lot going on. We're gonna sell our mom. Mom's selling her house. We're selling our house so we can all move in together. I wasn't doing a detail line by line of the house insurance. I didn't know our deductible was that high. And
it was like $8,000 or
I mean, I almost thought that he was going to say the pool's only covered if you win the lottery. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, we don't cover this, and we don't cover this. Seriously, I remember now. You're right. You said, well, you covered if it gets hit by lightning or like if a car runs into your pool pump.
No, falls in the pool. If a car drives into the pool.
What? There's no cars in our backyard, dude. And what's the chance the lightning's going to do it?
So from that, I can see things that I don't want. And I'm actually better when somebody asks me, even where do you want to go and eat? I don't sometimes know where I want to go, But then when you suggest things, I know I don't want that. Well, no, I don't want to go there, and I don't want, and I don't want, I don't. So
This is why it takes a while to make a decision.
I'm good at knowing what I don't want, and that helps me find what I do want. Okay? So in that way, what do you do when what is sucks is you can look at it and from an intellect. But that really...
They really like a big old pile of suck. That's the new technical term. We can all use that from here on out, and you can get away with it. It's PC. Thanks for that, Sabrina. I'm going to use that moving forward. This is a big old pile of suck. Okay, you were saying.
But what we kind of wanted to talk about is there was a panic that I could feel happen from the unknown, or what seemed like I felt like a victim of circumstance. I didn't know.
Victim.
I wasn't educated. I don't know about we never have a solar system. I don't know. Poor little me. Even though there's an us, I'm going to personalize everything. It's not fair. I just had all of the finances sorted out so that everything was going to flow. Wasn't expecting this.
I had a little cushion.
Yeah.
In the house account.
I had some plans. But from that place, making decisions about the future is only going to recreate that place, because they're being made from that kind of frantic victim mentality.
Can you hang out on that for a second? Because that one, I think we all get it.
Yeah.
But let's just really underline that for a minute. We're doing the same. We're repeating that energy. We're repeating that thought. We're repeating that action. Sometimes it's unconscious, right? It's just an unconscious behavior until we awaken and realize, wait, I got to change my ways. Sometimes we just feel like we don't want to let it go, so we just keep repeating it anyway.
Or we don't know
because we're getting something out of it, or
you
we don't know how.
Or if you let it go, you're surrendering.
That. So I was
In
going
a
to go to
bad
that.
way.
Like it feels like you're giving up or you're giving in on this. It's kind of a righteousness stance, and yet you know you're going to get more of the same. Or realize that. Yeah, I keep recreating the same situation. Why is it that relationship that I was in, I'm in it again, right? Or why is it I'm having this financial thing and I'm in it again? Mm-hmm. And then we start pointing the fingers. Okay, so there's a sense of, I'll use the word ownership. For me, I have got to embrace what is, even if I don't like it, and deal with it. And I'm either going to get empowered, or I'm going to get pissed, or other people will just shut down, right? So some of us have probably been looping in shutdown.
Or give up.
A give up, a state of inertia. And you may have that in certain areas where you're like, the hell with it, it's never going to change, and we just compromise. I don't know if that's a good thing, because that's sucking energy, life force out of our life in that area, like a leaky bucket. And then the getting pissed at it, sometimes that feels empowering-ish, because that's better than shutting down. On the energetic scale or spectrum, to be more mobilized by anger is certainly better than being totally shut down and depressed. But it has its limits. Mm-hmm. You can only go so far with anger, right? And then there's the next one, which is to get empowered by it. And I really hope that as this unfolds and as you guys continue to share in the chat, that we can get super empowered by what is.
Yeah. When you just said, that sometimes you get pissed off, think about, like, this insurance person is the one that's reading me my policy. Some people might, and I've seen it and I've heard it, just really they lash out at the cashier because the cashier says the coupon's expired, or it's just
the messenger.
It's just the poor little person that works for the company that's telling you something, and they get all the vomit because people don't know what to do with it.
Embrace the suck, says Brett. There it is.
So what I think is so important is, what do you do when what is sucks? That means that I have a feeling and a connection to it. If I'm feeling that this sucks, I have like a vibrational connection to that, because there's a judgment there, or I'm seeing what I want to see. The situation is just the situation, and then the label that I put on it is completely up to me. Right? So from that, this is bad, this should not be happening. If I make a decision, that feeling that I'm in now, I can't really create something that's going to feel good. You just can't. So I have to start feeling how good it will feel when easily and effortlessly we find out how to fix all these things, and I'm going to talk to the insurance, and I'm going to start feeling okay. I might not get to feeling great, but I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to feel empowered, and I'm going to feel safe, because I think for me a lot of times the reaction is not feeling safe. And in that vibration, choose something different.
Right.
And for me, that's when some kind of quantum leaps have happened in my life, where you step into a new, almost like you invite yourself to be a new version of yourself. And I was having an email exchange with somebody just a little bit ago. And, that identification we have on ourselves that doubts ourselves, that doesn't want it to expand into more possibility. And that's what's required in those situations is you have to feel into more possibility than the evidence is showing. And that can be tough. You have to get playful. For me, I have to get really playful and allow myself to almost pretend to shift, and then make the decisions from this other place where people would say, Pollyanna, Miss Positivity. But unless I do that, I'm going to make decisions that are in alignment with what sucked.
So true. We talk a lot about identity and who are you being, and we have multiple who's around here, right? You have your true identity, the one who is the empowered, clear, conscious one. And then, of course, you have the reactor, the victim, the aggressor. So which who are you in? And whichever one you're in the most, that one trumps at the end of the day. So first step for me is catching it. All right, I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm feeling shut down, whatever it is. And I got to look at it, and I used the word earlier, ownership. Why is this showing up for me? I've had it with my back injury. I had to really get to a point where I was like, how did I create this? Now, there's a conversation in the law of attraction community that we are 100% responsible for everything that shows up.
Yeah.
And for some people, they're able to embrace that. And for other people, that really irks them the wrong way. And I totally get that, because there's some things that happen.
What irks you?
Well, some people, I'm not saying it wouldn't irk me too, but if somebody were to hurt you, or a child gets hurt, or I don't even want to say, I don't want to paint pictures about these things, but you wouldn't think that a child would attract anything like that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't even go there. I'm not going to go there, because there's some jacked up stuff that other humans do. But for Tristan, I'm in a place where I'm okay owning everything for me, because I do not want to attract the same things again. I want to learn the lessons. I want to know if there was a soul contract of some sort, a karmic reason for it. I'm going to learn that lesson in this life. So I'm going to get super empowered by this showed up. And also, I've been down that path where I've recreated the same thing again and again, and I certainly don't want to feed that. Who wants more punishment? I don't. I want to awaken. Now, for somebody else who might be looking at it through a different lens, which I respect, you still have to make a choice, or get to make the choice. Am I going to stay in the victim and be beaten down by this thing and stay stuck for the rest of my life, and my psychology is trapped in this, they did it to me energy? Or are you going to use that as fodder and turn around and fight your way out if you have to, or empower yourself out? Either way, I say we want to win in this situation.
Yeah.
So the greatest way to win is to own your energy, to own your vibration, which ultimately changes your thoughts. Now, some people may say, well, change your thoughts. That's fine, but if you don't change your energy and you keep just working the psychology, you end up falling back into those same old thoughts, because the root cause of negative emotion, negative thinking, is a disruption in your energy system. So you clean up your energy and you own your energy flow, and you connect to source and love, and however you look at that, you're going to shapeshift much faster than if you try to fight it out of, like you're in a box trying to fight your way out of the box. It just doesn't work.
And shifting your energy sometimes is so much easier than trying to force your feelings to change. If you just walk away from obsessing about the sucky thing, and you exercise, or you are in nature, or you go and do qigong, or you call a friend, you watch a YouTube video, you watch an Ellen show, like anything that takes you out
Shift
of
state.
obsessing with that. Like today, Tristan was in a workshop all day that I wasn't in, and he had a lunch break. And what I said, hey, do you want to laugh for 10 minutes? Right? And I had saved this funny thing to show him.
It was really cool.
And I just wanted him to stop thinking about what he was learning, and I knew he wanted to share it with me, but it's just like, why don't you just sit here and like look at something dumb for 10 minutes and laugh, and how
and then I fell asleep.
Yeah, how that can shift things for you. Yeah, because we only have this moment. And a lot of times when I'm in this sucks, it isn't really in the now. It's cumulative. It's this pile of suck that I've been creating. And just logically, like it doesn't do anyone, especially you, any good to keep looking at it. Well, you can't change it. You can't change it from the past. You can only change it from the forward.
From where you are.
From where you are.
Forward, yeah.
So I think that's so important, and that I've been really good about that in knowing from this place with what is right now, what would I like to have happen, and just letting that other stuff go. And one of the reasons, and it may not be a good quality, is let's say it's a person that did something that's kind of wrong in your direction, or hateful, or selfish, manipulative, and they are in the wrong, right? They're an ass. They're a pile of suck, right?
Let's go with that.
If I give them brain space, they own me, and I hate the thought of that. That I'm already I've already given this negativity so much time, and now it's almost like they're master. I always say, like, you're gonna let them be your master. I'm gonna give them moments of my life by thinking about it over and over. It's like, no. The most empowering thing I can do, and almost the way to fight back from the negative situation the most, is to be like, I'm not playing anymore. I'm out.
Yeah, you bow out.
You are not my master. I am not thinking about what you did. I'm not going there. You've taken enough moments of my life.
I think humans, because so often the drama and the trauma is created between human relationships, it's the expedient, I think, that the soul uses to wake up, is this drama. I often say your drama can become your dharma. They're the messenger of something that is there to transform you. And the moment that you do embrace that there is something inside of this for you, even if you can't call it a gift yet, it starts to shift the place from where you're looking. And it does start to open you up to feeling your power. And for me, as I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure my soul is really clever and it knows what I need. And sometimes those lessons are friggin' hard. I once heard that suffering is grace in disguise, and it never ever feels like grace when you're in the middle of it. But when you look back right now, think of something that happened in your life, and you're like, well, shit, it really sucked, but it caused me to get out of that negative relationship. It caused me to start a business that I now love. Yeah. It caused me to move, and I'm now in a contrast can be your friend to get clear. I see the soul as the ultimate contrast dispenser. And so I start to look through the lens of it's all love. And it took a minute, right? Because you have reactions that still need cleansing and clearing. And that's the art of refining your consciousness. Because consciousness looks at what is and just sees what is. It doesn't see anything else. It just sees it for what it is. Love. Everything is designed for you to awaken. We're in soul school. You didn't come here by mistake. You
didn't come here to get fit.
No. You actually graduated into soul school. So you're in a mastery level program. Don't bitch about it. In the mastery level program, the work gets a little harder, right? And so, but you earned it. So if I start looking at it from that lens, I'm like, damn, I'm so grateful. I'm so lucky that I get to be here learning these lessons at this level in my journey.
That pile of suck is your doctorate thesis.
It's your thesis. But look, do you see the power of
In the school of life.
This is the power of reframing, but conscious reframing.
Yeah.
Not reframing like, oh, I can put up with this shit. I'll look at it differently. I'll change my affirmations. That's so surface top level, and it doesn't change your vibration. What has to happen is consciousness has to be birthed into the moment so your vibration shifts. The moment your vibration shifts, you become a totally different human being. Yep. Would you like to become a different human being?
A human beacon. Yeah.
Yes, which becomes the harbinger of all that is good and all that is new. Yeah. So look on the horizon. It's so awesome what I'm going through right now. Oh my God, this pile of suck is going to transform everything about my life. All of a sudden, you are the victor. You might not have gotten full realization yet of the physical or emotional manifestation, but you just owned your pile of suck, and it can no longer hurt you.
That's right. Even if it's just, this is a big pile of suck, and I don't know how it's going to help me grow.
Not
and
yet.
I can't see the gift in it. I just see the suck wrapper. But I know that there is only love for me. There is only love for me. I am only given situations that are going to make me explode into more love.
There you go.
Disguised with suck wrapper.
Ah, Debbie's doing the Rocky dance, right? Dun 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 dun. Okay, so
that's pile of suck.
That pile of suck. But seriously, that's a great anchor, right? Because you feel your vibration shifting. You're like, yeah, even though, bring it, man. My friend Peter Ragnar, he says, he looks fear in the face and says, show me what you got. Show me what you got. Now you got to have some, some soul power to be able to do that, but you have that. You and we can cultivate this level of power so that no matter what, you can, as Yogananda, our friend here, says, stand unshaken amidst the crash of raging worlds, right? Can you stand in your being, in your energy, in your love, no matter what? That's my goal. My life purpose, I got a mission statement, fully awakened to the vibration of unconditional love. Unconditional, that's the key word, unconditional. I'm sure there'll be many more things that I got a lot of preferences and conditions about, and I do not surrender in a place of weakness. It's absolutely embracing strength from a place of love.
Click that button.
The strong can afford to be gentle, my sensei says.
Click the camera.
Did I break something?
No, it's about to.
Hang on, guys. There we go. You all are kooks. I love you. Well, we love you back. Thanks for that, Kobe. So, what are you guys getting from the conversation so far? Seeing some really wonderful things coming through.
What's
Parker
awesome is
here.
We didn't plan this topic weeks in advance, surprisingly. It was what was bubbling up for us today. We really try to share on the Trisbrina show what we kind of just tune into. And I love seeing in the chat, like so many people are like, I need this. Yep.
A lot of folks are saying, I needed to hear this today. Yeah. Well, why? Because this is the ongoing lesson here in Soul School, right? We get a little bit worn down.
Suck level 1, suck level 2.
We get a little worn down. The law of attrition.
This is so funny.
My friend, when I was a boy, I was studying herbology from Dr. Richard Schultz, and he used to say it's called existential nausea. It's just the nausea that happens from being a human being, existing here over time. You get a little nauseous. But that's a soul awakening, right? When you're nauseous of the crap, that just means that, you know what, I'm kind of tired of this. I'm ready for next level. Let's wake up, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very beautiful thing.
Yep.
This is spinning. Yep. So guys, we can't love on your stuff. Yes, we can. I found a way. Suck Masterclass 101.
So I do think that the fastest way that I have found, like I was saying earlier, what if, what is sucks. And it's very hard to logic it out. You might be able to ground into, I don't understand what this lesson is, but it's going to expand me into more, are using those practices the mind-body practices where you move your body and you move your energy. I think that is the fastest way to shift. That's
Absolutely.
why we're so in love with Qigong, and that's why we're so in love with more people sharing it, because people, I mean, just like listen to people, look at what they're writing under YouTube videos, look at what they're writing on Facebook. Negative Nellies galore. Everyone's a victim. Everyone's pointing the finger. Not everyone, but people are really living in a place that feels down and nasty and victimized and hopeless, and they need something. They're not able to just change the thought. They need to shift the energy so that from this different place they can find the positivity and make those better choices.
Yeah. Such an important conversation. So try to catch the who. Who am I being right now?
Ooh,
And
storming.
just get honest with yourself when you're not being your true self. Your true identity is what we've been calling it around here, or your soul identity. You are a beautiful, powerful being, and you can use everything. Nice little wine you got there?
Yeah.
You can use everything to evolve. And isn't that beautiful that you never, ever, ever in your life ever have to be a victim again?
It's Thursday.
When you know that. It's date night. I love this. I also know that I have X amount of energy when something happens. Something's happening. I can either get pissed or angry or hurt and rotate around and roll around in a big old pile of suck. Or I can take that same energy that I would spend there and I can use it to improve myself. I can use it to improve my condition. I can use it to evolve from the pile of suck into what I love. They always say, you know, when it comes to your enemies and stuff, the greatest revenge you can have is to become successful. So whatever it is, not that we're seeking revenge, but whatever it is, use it to thwart your growth. Be grateful for it if you can. And if you can't right away, maybe when you look back, oh, wow, that was so perfect for me. And here's one little exercise you can do if you're not sure of how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Pretend that, I don't know if you have a child or not, but a young person comes to you or your child and says your name. Hey, how did you go through that thing that you were going through, whatever it is? You know, I saw that. And you got out of it. How did you get out of it? And think about what you would share to that young, innocent child of how you transformed yourself because of the big old pile of suck. And your deeper subconscious, your superconscious, will start to percolate and birth up a path for you. It's incredible when you use you future pace yourself into your future. That's positive, that's good, that's amazing. Even if you just have to play with that like a movie, like you're just a script writer for a minute, and write the hero's journey for yourself and then share it backwards. See what that does for you.
Yeah. And I think that the reason some people feel fulfilled, like, what did you say? The greatest thing you can do for your enemy is be successful.
Well, the greatest revenge.
The greatest revenge. Well, the only reason that something that somebody says is bothering me to begin with is because there's something in me that's afraid it's true or it wouldn't bother me. So whatever that person is saying about you that you're so irritated with, it's only irritating us because we're afraid it's true, or we are think, well, what if it is? What will I do? And then by doing something that makes you feel successful, that equates, that can't be true if I'm successful. It isn't that you're getting revenge on that person.
No.
It's that you're proving to that little doubting part of yourself, shut up. Shut up, you little doubting voice that always tries to tell me to stay in the pile of shit. No.
I have, and this one was a big jump, and I can't always do it, but I have been successful in this. There have been people in our lives that have delivered what we would call the big old pile of suck at different stages along the way. And because of the word namaste, which means when you are in the vibration of love and light, and I'm in the vibration of love and light, we are one. So when you see that person coming, it doesn't seem like they're love and light. It seems like they're dirty and nasty, right?
Mean.
Mean. But, and you mentioned it there, Brett, the mirror. I try to see the love working through and inside that lesson and see if I can't. So there's two parts to this. One is I don't want to push down against that soul that's making a seemingly non-love, less than choice. I want to help that soul evolve because I am wanting and desiring to live the namaste. And if somebody mentioned Ho'oponopono, like if you can clear all your reactions towards that thing, and if you can find a way to send love and light, not like, oh, love and light, like if you could really find a way to see through the darkness and through the drama, you could help heal that at the same time that you heal this. And what if you could elevate their consciousness? And I know they don't deserve it in that moment. But what if that's an aspect of you? Shit, what? What if that thing showed up as a friggin' aspect of you?
It did.
Damn, that one's hard to own, I know. But why else is it there? Why else did it get called in? I know you might have to tough pill to swallow. That's a tough freaking pill to swallow. I need like 2 glasses of wine to handle that one. But just play with the what if for a minute, if you can, if you want to, and see what that might do for your consciousness. Because that just might free you up massively. It did me.
Yep. I have that when I find myself frustrated or judging someone. I'm like, oh, great. That quality's still in me. and what can I do to love it away?
And in that, there's massive freedom. And no longer can you ever be a victim to anyone or anything because you're a badass of love. And that is the place to rock.
You get a pile of love.
You get a big old pile of love. And that today, dear friends, is the Tris Brina Show. All right. Super rad to be with you guys. Super fun conversation. There's always more to unpack in this one. I think we'll be doing it for the rest of our life because why? This is Soul School, baby. We got lessons. We got opportunities.
You're trapped until you graduate.
Yes, you graduate. Unconditional love. Purpose.
Oh, and as far as a few of you have been invited to join us in level 2 Qigong teacher certification. So I want you to know, I see a bunch of you here. Not a bunch of you because it's a small group, but I don't think we've been this excited about.
I'm pretty excited. If you are a level 1 Qigong instructor with us, make sure you check your email. You don't want to miss this opportunity. We're just running out of spots, but it's all good.
It's a lot of one-on-one time in a small group with us over a few days. We're really gonna show you the pile of love.
We're gonna show you the pile of love. All right, dear friends. Much love. See you soon. Bye now.